Hello everybody and welcome to Chaos TV. My name is Ross and today we are going to be taking a look at the great work being done as part of the National Careers Service across the South West and Oxfordshire. We are going to be joined by some amazing guests today to explain the breadth of service available through the National Careers Service. We will also be joining Nathan live in Bristol, who will be speaking to team members of the National Careers Service and making it all a reality. We'll also be hearing from a customer about their journey and experience of using the service. So I think it's only right we cross over now to Nathan, who is in Bristol. Let's have a little hello. Nath, are you there?
Hi, Ross Lannon. Hey, look, this is funky, isn't it? You in Truro, I'm in Bristol.
I know, this is some weird inception, but I'm loving it. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. Really looking forward to today's show. We've got a whole line of guests behind the scenes here you can't see on camera, who I'm going to be having a good old chat to talk about the National Careers Service. So very, very excited. And we've left the main show in your hands.
Wahaha, the power. No, it's going to be a really positive day, actually. I am really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be a very positive event. I'm looking forward to all the guests that you're going to be chatting to as well. So, yeah, everyone's in for a great afternoon.
Great stuff. Well, we'll leave you to crack on, Ross, and we're ready to go here in Bristol.
Perfect. Thank you, Nath. Now, if you are at home and you're watching and you've got any questions during this broadcast, you can send us a WhatsApp message. You can do that by messaging Chaos TV on 01872 228844, or you can also send us an email on hello@thisischaos.co.uk. If you are watching via watchchaos.tv or on YouTube and you would like to leave us a comment, you can do so, but you do need to be signed in. You can also leave us comments on our Facebook streams today, and if you need any subtitles, those can be activated if you are watching via watchchaos.tv. But please do be sure to put who you are and where you are as well. We want to know all that information. So, for all the important contact details for the National Careers Service, please visit nationalcareers.service.gov.uk, or you can ring 0800 100 900. We will be reminding you of these contact details throughout the broadcast today, and you can find all the details on the ticker below. So, moving on, earlier this week, Nathan caught up with Amy Charlton, who is the Operations Director for the National Careers Service in the South West and Oxfordshire, to find out how the National Careers Service is so much more than writing a CV. Let's take a look.
So I'm here with Amy Carlton, who's the National Careers Service Operations Director. Amy, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, thank you. Good to be here.
So let's start from the beginning. What is the National Careers Service?
It's probably the best kept secret, if I'm being honest. So the National Careers Service is a service that provides careers information, advice and guidance. We help customers to make decisions on learning, training and work at all stages in an individual's career.
And this is a really exciting project that lots of people can get involved with.
Absolutely. So unlike some other services that we have, the National Careers Service is available to everybody. So age 19 and over, we are able to work with 18-year-old NEETs, and there is a web chat and email facility service for our 13 to 18-year-olds. But this really is for absolutely anybody. You don't need to be in receipt of certain benefits. You can already be working and looking to upskill, or maybe a change of direction or career. It really is for everybody.
And it kind of does what it says on the tin, National Careers Service, but specifically what support is available and how can you help people with their kind of journey into employment?
Sure. Well, it's very tailored and individualised. So we operate on a one-to-one basis. We can do some group delivery as well. We can support with things like upskilling. So as I said, if somebody's already working and wants to take the next step in their career, we can provide careers information, advice and guidance on the next steps. We forecast, so we look ahead at what's up and coming, what sectors are up and coming, and if people are aligned to those sectors with their current skill set. For people who are not working, we can support with, really important things like CVs, local labour market intelligence, which firms are recruiting, etc. There's a whole host of things that we're able to do. I think the most important bit about the National Career Service is there isn't an exhaustive list. It's really responsive.
So it's really people-centred, people-focused, and really exploring what is the best opportunities and pathways for those individuals.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
And it's not just for the people looking to get back into work. There's a lot of support available for employers as well.
Yes, we do work with employers. Again, the list isn't exhaustive as to the things that we can support with, but we can help if with things like CPD, so continued professional development for staff that are already working. Again, we can support employers with looking at the skills mix, any skills gaps, and providing some information and guidance on that. We can help with recruitment, so supporting organisations to recruit, providing feedback to unsuccessful people and information as to how they can get their application right next time. It really is a broad range that we're able to support with.
And this is a service that's available right across the country, as we've said. What are your kind of highlights or favourite bits, or like what makes this project so special and unique to be able to support people in such a broad way?
My favourite piece is the community engagement. So this isn't a traditional service that you can only access via, I don't know, for example, the job centre. We can access this, as previously we've hired a bus and we've toured. We've taken it on tour. Why not? We're at shopping malls, shopping centres. We're in every community venue that you can think of. I like the fact that it is out there, it is in your local communities, and it's really accessible for everybody to engage with.
And I guess for people who might be interested in reaching out for support and information, what does a typical journey look like? Is it? I guess it can be quite varied depending on the person's needs. But what should I expect if I was to sign up today?
So typically we have people phone our national line, which I'm happy to go through. That's 0800 100 900. Your call will be answered by one of our customer service advisors. They will have a conversation with you to discuss and ascertain where you're currently at, what support you think you currently need, and we'll look to book you in with an advisor. Again, we're really accessible. Face-to-face isn't for everybody, but we are out there in your local community if you need to see us. So we can look at whether you would benefit from that face-to-face appointment, on the phone, web chat, whatever your circumstances permit, we'll do that. Then you'll be seen by a careers advisor who will explore with you your plan, if you like. And we call it a careers and skills action plan. So we take your current situation or your previous experience, where you want to go, and we provide you with tailored advice and guidance and next steps of your journey.
Great. I love it. I love how much support's available and how people focused this project really is. So just remind us, how can people get in touch? How can we reach out and start an exciting new journey?
Fantastic. So yes, you phone the national booking line, which is that 0800 number, so 0800 100 900. You will have the option to press for which area you're in, so whether that's northwest or southwest, there'll be an option number, and then you'll be taken straight through to one of our National Career Service team, and we'll be there to support you in booking your review.
And this is free, doesn't cost me anything.
Absolutely free, doesn't cost a single penny, no.
Love it. Amy, thank you so much for your time today. Pleasure talking to you. And I guess the takeaway is go sign up for the National Career Service.
Absolutely. Yes, get phoning us. Let's get you seen and support you on your next steps. Yeah, pick up the phone.
Thanks, Amy.
Thanks.
So I'm here with
Big thank you to Amy there as well. Lovely talking to her. Good afternoon if you just joined us. Nathan here. We are live in Bristol. And I'm joined now with our first set of guests. I've got lovely Vivian Greenwood, who is a careers advisor for the National Careers Service. Hiya.
Hello, Nathan.
Great to have you here today. Thank you for joining us. And also Martin Clark, who's a customer of the National Careers Service. Martin, great having you here on the sofa as well.
Hi, Nathan.
So, couple of questions. Let's start off with you, Viv, then. First of all, tell us about your role in the National Careers Service. What do you do?
It's supporting adults back into training, employment. So we do all abilities and disabilities. And we give them a holistic approach to, their current situation. We'll look at, their likes, their dislikes, their background, what the skills are, and help them make suggestions as to what career choices might suit their present circumstances.
And we're obviously going to learn a lot about the National Careers Service today. What does a typical day look like for you?
At the moment, I personally work out of the contact centre, so we'll take a mixture of phone calls direct from the public and also web chat, where people might type in on the web chat channel for some basic advice, and emails that come through, asking for appointments or, again, some basic advice or assistance related to employment or education. So it's quite varied. And then in the afternoons, usually, I have some set appointments, where I'll call the customer and deal with their individual needs.
And I guess things have moved on quite a lot over the years. It's nice it's a varied ways for people to get in touch with you. I guess people might feel a bit more confident reaching out via email or web chat.
That's right. Things. Yes. Plus it makes it, because it's open till 8 o'clock at night and on Saturdays, so it can capture all the people who, might also be working, because we also help people who are working. You don't have to be unemployed to get, support from the National Careers Service. We also help people employed who perhaps for health reasons need to make a change, or they want to talk about career progression.
And I guess really fitting in with people's lifestyles as well, isn't it? People might have children or different commitments with maybe caring for people as well, so it isn't 9 till 5.
That's right.
And what would you say you enjoy most about your job? What gets you up in the morning? What helped you thrive in your role?
I think the satisfaction of seeing people's lives change. But you'll probably hear more about that from Martin.
Excellent segue. I feel like you're a natural. So Martin, thank you again so much for joining us today. Would you just begin by telling our viewers kind of your background and why you decided to reach out for support?
Well, my background, basically, I've been self-employed probably for the last 30 years or more. And my sort of interests were sort of land management, woodland, working with sort of wildlife to a point. But the problem being is when COVID came, my way of life sort of got put on hold, and I thought to myself, I need to find something with a regular income. So my partner suggested the career services, and we were able to get hold of Viv, and I explained my situation. Up until that point, I had no CVs, I hadn't had any interviews, I'd always worked for myself, and basically I put all this to her, and she was absolutely brilliant. She sort of went through my past work. We analysed all of that, and between all the different jobs, created a CV. Within no time, she was very, very good, because I didn't have the skills of the internet as such, because I lived in quite a remote area. We were able to send off CVs to various jobs that would suit, and within no time, I think I had the chance or the choice of 3 different jobs, one of which I took up, working for a group called Milestone Infrastructure, so basically road maintenance, that type of work. Now I've got a steady income, I've got security, I've got a future possibly to look forward to, and on top of that I'm still in my area, so I'm very, very grateful.
And Vivian's been your careers advisor along the way. How's it been working with her and the support you've received?
Well, it's absolutely been brilliant, because I can contact her. She's obviously aware of me as a customer now. If I have got any issues I'm unsure about, or possibly even changing my job in the future, I know I can fall back and we can sort of look at other options. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. Fantastic.
And for people at home, I'm sure they're dying to know kind of what your role is now. What's the future looking like for you? You feeling more confident about things?
Yeah, definitely feeling more confident. I've got that wage coming in every month, which I didn't have before. Obviously, being self-employed, you were chasing up bills sometimes, and it was from day to day. Whereas now, that income's there. I'm sort of in my early 60s. To be able to go into a full-time career, generally, it's very, very difficult. But the help and advice obviously paid off, and yeah, very, very grateful.
That's fantastic. And Vivian, what's it like hearing that from Martin?
It's really good, but Martin's selling himself short because the company that he stayed with are also putting him through his HGV training as well.
Yeah, I've had various training skills. I've been sort of done my what they call street works, which was quite an intense course. They've put me through that. Various tools that I use now, various skills, again courses which have been passed, and equally they're putting me through my HGV too, so that's another positive point.
Amazing. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your experience today on our broadcast for National Careers Service. Absolute pleasure. And I guess, what would your advice be for people watching at home today who might be unsure? Shall I reach out? Is this for me?
Definitely reach out, because it's so important. They're there to help you. There's no bridges they won't cross, and at the end of the day, their achievements are incredible in my view, because I could be in a far worse situation than I am now, and I'm very grateful.
Great stuff. Vivian, thank you so much. Martin as well.
Thank you, Nathan.
Okay, cheers. Thank you.
Thank you, Martin.
And don't forget, for those of you, if you want to reach out and get more information about the National Careers Service, there's lots of ways you can do that today. We're going to be showing it on screen all day today throughout the broadcast. You can go to nationalcareers.service.gov.uk, or you can also call 0800 100 900, and you can also chat online, as we said, or you can email to get more information sent through you to in the post. So lots of ways, no excuse to reach out and get some help.
The National Careers Service provides high-quality, free and impartial information, advice and guidance to help citizens make decisions on learning, training and work. It is available to all adults in England over the age of 13. Our universal service is primarily for citizens who need somewhere to go that can provide comprehensive careers information, advice or guidance for themselves. Additional users of our service are people who use it to support others. This includes professional careers advisors and intermediaries, such as employers, teachers and parents. Our service is designed to enable users to self-serve as much as possible. However, some of our users need more intensive support. For self-service, our intuitive digital tools and smart use of data enable them to get a personalised service. Professional careers advisors will help provide users with additional advice and guidance specific to their personal circumstances. If you want any more information about the National Careers Service, please get in touch.
Hello, my name is Nigel King. Great to meet you all. I'm the business manager working on the National Careers contract in Bristol. So the National Careers contract is a brilliant contract, really. So it's there to help anyone with careers support. So it's fully funded by the government, so it's a free service to everyone. A lot of people think that it's just aimed at younger people, careers at schools and things like that. This contract is aimed at working predominantly with adults, and we can support with anything, and you can have as much or as little support on the contract depending on whatever you want. So for example, we can help with practical things. If somebody wants a CV, or maybe they've got an interview and they're looking to have a go or get some information or speak to an advisor, then we can do that. We can also help with more abstract things, things like career ideas, personality tests, understanding your strengths. And we work very closely with local partners, so we know all about programs, so we can refer people to courses and training to upskill them. And we work with people at all different phases of their life. So Sometimes people lose their jobs. They maybe need help with getting back into work, so we can make people job ready for that and give people practical support to take those steps. Again, sometimes people aren't aware of what their skills are, so we've got tests and things that we can go through and stuff to help you realise what those are and make suggestions for you. So we can work with people at different stages. We work with graduates, we work with older people, we work with single parents. And no question is too big or too small for us, really. So we've got a wealth of really, really well qualified, experienced advisors, and we're just itching to sort of work with more and more people and to try and sort of help them with their careers. Really, we're here to help. So to contact the National Career Service, it's really easy. So we have a dedicated contact centre that can find your nearest advisor and book you in an appointment. So the number is 0800 100 900. It's a free phone number. Like I said, our team are there 6 days a week waiting for your calls, and they can book you in with an advisor. Similarly, our team work out in the colleges, they work at the job centres, they work in local community venues. So if you do attend any of those and speak to your work coach or whoever you're in touch with there, they'll be able to mention about National Career Service and probably have a local contact there that can get you an appointment as well. And don't be afraid to reach out and ask for support. That's what we're here to do. Thank you.
And welcome back to Bristol. Lovely to hear from Nigel there. It was great catching up with him with that event recently. Today we are showcasing and telling our viewers all about the amazing support and services that the National Career Service can offer. And it's really about demystifying some of the preconceptions that people might have about support available. For example, the service is far more than helping with just CVs. And my next guests today are Kieran and Claire, who work with many partners from across the Southwest and Oxfordshire. So hello, everybody.
Hi, Nathan.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much for joining us on the sofa today. Kieran, first of all, I'm admiring your National Career Service badge you've got on. I'm very jealous. Look at this.
Yeah, it's a one of its own, mate. So yeah, got to work hard for one of these. So.
It's like a Blue Peter badge, I feel. Let's start off, Kieran, with you then. Tell us a little bit about the National Career Service, what it can offer people, and the people who are looking to achieve their career goals. There's really a breadth of services available for them, isn't there?
Yeah, there really is, Nathan, and thank you for asking. It's so for us, I think the National Career Service, it provides that support for customers' journeys. So it doesn't matter if somebody's looking for a job in the first place, or they're looking to progress in their career or get some education or something like that. The National Career Service advisor can sit with them and really kind of formulate that journey, get that really set in the customer's mind, and then provide them all sorts of tools and resources and information and so forth that can help that journey, really. So just informing their decisions that they're making, perhaps. So I think it's dependent on the customers. They could be looking at something like apprenticeships, perhaps. So we're very linked with the apprenticeships there, and we can source all these kind of opportunities for people, really, and then give them the tools and the skills and the information so that they can go away and make those decisions. And I think really foremost, whatever all the tools and resources that we have, one of the biggest things that our advisors can do is really motivate people by informing their decisions. So making these kind of goals realistic for people, so they can see, actually, all I need to do is this step, and I know that I can use this resource or this tool to get to wherever it is that I'm looking to go, whether that's a new job or progression in the career or something like that. So.
And we mentioned preconceptions there. Obviously, employment programs have been around for a long time in different incantations or in different forms. But it seems like the National Career Service is super flexible and super open for really helping people achieve whatever they want to achieve.
Absolutely, yes. I mean, I think we're all, familiar with the different types of things that you might need when you're applying for a job, like a cover letter or application forms, interview skills. So absolutely, there's a whole, that sort of things. But there's so much more. And I think it's that being able to provide links to other services, signposting to perhaps learning providers and organisations to really open up those opportunities for people. So absolutely, yes. And whether it's somebody that's looking at redundancy, perhaps, it could be, several years since they've been looking for work, and the labour market's changed a lot, and it's changing rapidly. So National Career Service keeps up to date with this and collects all these resources and tools that they can then share with the customers and help them with that journey, really. So.
Great stuff. And Claire, we kind of touched on it there. Who's eligible for the support? Who can help?
So the National Career Service is available to customers who, from the age of 19, can actually access the service, but it's also available to young people. So there is a digital service offering for young people who are looking for career advice, and they can access the service through various digital channels from the age of 13 up to the age of 18. But also young people who are 18 and not engaged in employment, education and training can also access all of the services from the National Career Service. So please get in touch.
Fantastic. And there's also specialist help available for people with additional needs as well.
So if there are customers who do have additional needs, whether they are a single parent or if they have special educational needs or disabilities, we have advisors called progression advisors, and their role there is to provide intensive support for our customers with more complex barriers or issues. And their role is to provide that monthly support. So they'll be there contacting the customers, they'll be talking to customers, they'll be really supporting them through into the journey of employment. That's the overall outcome that we're looking for, is to help our customers into employment.
Great stuff. It's really informed and loads of advice available. And Viv said earlier about people who might currently be in employment can still access support.
Absolutely. So please, if you are working, you might be at risk of redundancy, you might even just want to look at career progression or maybe promotion at work, then you can contact the National Career Service. There's the 0800 number. Just give us a call. They'll speak to the First Contact Centre team who'll do an assessment, and then they'll be able to put them in touch with a career advisor.
Great stuff. So loads of information there for you. And Kieran, just kind of adding on to what Claire said, tell us how people can get involved. How can they reach out and get support? Because this is right across the country, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes. It's a national service, so it's available to anybody, in the country there. And we have a fantastic website, so you can look for this. Just do a search for the National Careers Service, and it will be the top one that you'll find there on your search engine. There's a telephone number. It's a free telephone number, 0800 100 900. That's plastered over every single page of the National Career Service website. So, yes, very easy to find. And on there you can find web chat, you can find telephones or email links. And so there's always somebody there for you to provide that guidance or support that you might need. So.
Great. And Claire, I'm curious, what does the support look like? Do I have to physically go to somewhere? Can it be done on the phone? Can we communicate via email? I know it's different for everybody.
Absolutely. I mean, there's different delivery channels. So you can, Kieran's already touched on it, you can either ring the 0800 number, you can email the National Career Service. We also have career advisors based in all the job centres. We've got career advisors based in community venues. Also, if there's a careers fair or a jobs fair, you'll find the National Career Service there.
We're there. Well, look, Kieran, Claire, thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, thank you, Nathan. Yeah, thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Great stuff. Ross, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Nathan, and thank you to Kieran and Claire there as well. It's fantastic to see what the service can provide. And yes, don't forget all those important contact details. I'm going to say them again because why not? You can contact the National Careers Service by visiting nationalcareers.service.gov.uk, or you can ring 0800 100 900. And like the guy said, you can also chat online, you can email, and you can get all the information on through that post. And remember, if you have got any questions whilst we're broadcasting live to you today, you can send us a WhatsApp message as well to Chaos TV by WhatsApping us on 01872 228844. You can also email us on hello@thisischaos.co.uk, or if you are watching via watchchaos.tv and YouTube, you can leave us a comment on there, but you will need to be signed in to leave a comment there. And you can also leave comments on our Facebook stream as well. We are literally everywhere. There's great, so many methods to contact us, so please do get involved today. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we were able to catch up with a couple of people attending the Devon Business Show in Plymouth, and we asked them all about their thoughts on the great work going on with the National Careers Service. Let's take a look.
Hello, I'm with Stuart Alford. Welcome, Stuart. Thank you for giving us some time to catch up, really.
No, thank you for coming to the Devon Business Show.
Oh, it's amazing. Just look. Amount of people, so many great businesses, everybody is so inclusive. Really pleased to see them. Really good discussions going on. How do you think the National Careers Service, the service that we're going to be delivering, can support the local businesses with the people, the purpose, the place? What place do you think there is for the National Careers Service?
This is absolutely critical, and the timing couldn't be better for you. There is a massive skills shortage, so businesses just can't employ people. I was talking to someone out the front who has got 20 vacancies they can't fill. We've got people moving for more, just for another £1 an hour, another 50p an hour, they'll move jobs. So it's very, very hard for businesses, especially smaller businesses, to retain staff. So what we need to do is reach out to people, and we also need to train future generations and provide future generations an educated, informed route map into employment. The Chamber itself is running the local skills improvement plan for the Heart of the South West area, and that's about looking at what skills employers need. So it puts that at the heart of employers, so further education planning as to what employers need. Because it's all very well, the example we give, so we try not to offend anyone, is churning out thousands of llama farmers just because it's a fun course to do, but if there aren't thousands of llama farming jobs, you're actually being very disingenuous to those people coming through. So the service you'll provide will help steer people to jobs that actually exist, give them the guidance they need to make informed decisions. So the timing couldn't be better, and we're really keen to work with you to help.
Thank you very much, Stuart, and look forward to enjoying the rest of the event.
Yeah, just keep me away from the sausage bats.
Thank you. Hello, I'm with Anna Peachy from Plymouth City Council. Hello, Anna. How do you think the National Careers Service will help support the types of things that you're trying to embed within the city?
So one of the things that there's a lot of interest in is getting more awareness of training providers and opportunities in the city. So some of that is what I would call kind of soft skills. And when I say soft skills, they're not necessarily about the job or the economic development. They are about getting people out of their comfort zone, introducing them to new environments, new people, all those kinds of skills that are very important actually in the workplace. And then you can get people also interested in IT skill development, sales skills, negotiating skills, managing teams, all of those things that we know employers just need on a really regular basis, as hopefully people come through their workplace and gain new skills and move on to the next place. That kind of turnover of staff in a workplace is really healthy, and it relies on good managers wanting the interest in personal development from their teams.
No, totally agree, and it's really refreshing to hear. And through the National Careers Service, we're really keen to support the initiatives that you've already set up about building a stronger workforce. I think it's really, really important. So within the city at the moment, what do you see as your key priorities?
So one of the big ones for us is about raising awareness of flexible working. So where employers can put in place flexible working, how do they do that? How do they support it? How do employees request it? What does it mean? Some of it's about working from home, some of it's about different hours, but also encouraging employers to think about, if they can't do flexible working, how are they supporting staff with caring responsibilities, health challenges, those kinds of things that tend to divide a workforce between those in work and those out of work, or those who are developing their careers and those who are held back. It's those kinds of employer environments, and that again it's all about, we find with some of the skills initiatives we can give employers a list of what's available, and they get really great take-up. But it just took somebody to put it in front of them, introduce them to things like the National Careers Service. Sometimes you just need to show people exactly what's available, don't you? And that's one of the things we really want to do with the Charter.
That sounds lovely. Really powerful stuff that really make a difference. Thank you for your time, Anna.
Thank you, Avril.
Thank you.
Famous. Hey, look, welcome back. We are here in Bristol, and I'm joined now with another guest, the lovely Nigel Sanford Henderson, who's operations manager for the South West and Oxford. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Pleasure having you here today. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for inviting me.
So, Nigel, first, start off by telling us a little bit about your background and your role in the National Careers Service.
Absolutely. So I actually started out as a trainee careers advisor back up in the Northwest and progressed my career throughout the last 12 years of the National Careers Service to become operations manager here in the Southwest. I grew up in the Southwest, so I'm passionate about the area in which we live and ensuring people have access to National Careers Service and the opportunity to succeed.
And National Career Service, as we're beginning to hear today, is national. It's across the country. What are the advantages of having communities having access to this service?
There are many advantages, both for the individual but also for employers and the region as a whole. For the individual, providing them with access to professional careers advice and guidance enables them to kind of realise their full potential and go on to achieve, great things. And we show that impact on a monthly basis across our region. But also the communities in which we operate and work thrive because they retain the skills and the knowledge within the region and ensure that people have access to opportunities.
And I guess over the last few years, we've had quite a lot of challenges in the communities, both for employees and employers. Things have changed quite a lot. How does the National Careers Service help employers kind of robust and improve their workforce as well? Because it's not just about helping people back into work, it's about helping employers as well, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes. So National Careers Service does help individuals, but it also helps employers as well. And the skills that employers are needing at the moment are constantly evolving. And it's really important for employers to look at how they can retain their current workforce and upskill their current workforce as well. So National Careers Service is doing a fantastic piece of work with the Skills Revolution, and employers can search online for Skills Revolution, find out a little bit more. And that's about supporting them to do just that, retain that workforce, make sure that they're ready for the future and whatever comes our way with the new kind of careers and sectors that are prominent in the next few years.
And with your area in mind, that's the South West and Oxfordshire, what's your kind of growth priorities? What are you focusing on in your areas?
I think these are regional priorities, but there's also national priorities, and I think they're quite similar. So we're looking at things like clean aviation. We're also looking at renewable energies. We are looking at artificial intelligence, which will be the careers of the future. But there's also a real need to support careers that are embedded very much in our local region, things like hospitality and also the care industry, where there's lots of opportunities for people to grow and succeed.
Yeah, and I think it's really about showcasing those areas, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And really demonstrating how rewarding careers can be in those areas.
Definitely, yes, it is really rewarding.
And a lot about the National Careers Service is partnership working as well. Can you tell us about some of the partnerships that you've been building?
Yeah, so partnership working is really critical for National Careers Service. We've developed a range of partnerships across the Southwest. To name some of them, we work with the local enterprise partnerships. We also work with local authorities. We also do a lot of the work with the National Health Trust, National Health Service as well. So, and we've been supporting with recruiting healthcare assistants in Devon and exploring opportunities to identify careers with the National Health Service.
And we're talking about careers. The National Careers Service itself is looking to recruit people. You're looking for passionate, dynamic people to join your team to help deliver this service and really empower the community.
Absolutely. We've got lots of opportunities for careers advisors to join the National Career Service team in the South West. Just need to search online for National Career Service roles and would welcome applications from people that kind of meet that criteria.
Fantastic stuff. Nigel, thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast today. We're having a lot of fun. We're getting a lot of information. We've still got plenty of guests to come. So really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we spoke about hospitality there with Nigel. Hospitality industry, a sector that's still kind of recovering from the effects of the pandemic, and it's always looking for workers. And we've discovered that a recent job fair in Bristol, we went along to kind of showcase some of the opportunities available, and we put a little montage together. So let's have a look.
So what do you love about hospitality and bartending?
It's the people for me. I love meeting new people. I love hearing new stories. And I think it helped me grow as a person to be able to be more talkative and be more confident in talking to people, because I actually used to be a lot more shy.
A lot of people will assume that working in hospitality there is not much of a career available. However, there's loads of opportunity to build yourself a career and work your way up the ladder.
And I think people forget about hospitality, that the number of roles that are available. And as we've been doing the tours today, we've been able to look around the laundry, the admin, the maintenance. There's so much more out there.
Some great opportunities there in the world of hospitality, and I personally can speak to say that I had a really rewarding career in hospitality. So if you are interested, do consider it, because there's some amazing career pathways. Well, welcome back. We're here in Bristol, and I'm joined by another guest now, Simon Arnold from the City of Bristol College. Hello.
Hi there.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure.
You brought the sunshine with you as well, so
yes,
thank you for that.
And the odd shower.
It's fine. We'll take what we can get. We're talking a lot about careers advice today, National Careers Service. Why would you say careers advice is so important for your colleagues at the City of Bristol College?
Well, actually, when you look at what we do in educating young people and adults, careers is the absolute cornerstone of everything we do. What we want to do is give them the education, the skills to get a job. And that's what really our job is to help people into work. And the first part of that really is helped if they identify the sort of career they want to go into. So we can really target the education or training that we're providing with helping them achieve their end goal, which is a job and sustainable employment.
And the importance of learning new skills really helps people shape their kind of their life, their future, their careers. It can be a variety of different things and in different ways you can support people.
Yes, it can be from academic study, right, because the college actually provides further education as well as higher education, through to the traditional trade skills. And it's recognising, getting people to really think about the type of work they want to do. Do they want to work with people, outdoors, with their hands? What skills they actually have? And quite often with career service, people might come along and say, oh, I haven't got any skills. Then you actually find out that they're the club secretary of their son's football club, and actually they've got some amazing skills in business administration. And that careers advice, that conversation about what it is you want to do, what skills you've got, can actually draw out ideas that people might never have thought of in the first place.
Yeah, and it is really kind of having that outside person kind of look inside, isn't it, and identify those things. Because you're quite right, people quite often don't realise some of the skills, the assets that they have in their day-to-day life that they could possibly transfer into a new career.
And when you get an expert from the National Career Service almost looking into your life, so you sort of stand away from being in your life and you work on it, that conversation can be absolutely meaningful and priceless in identifying some of those underlying skills that you never actually realised that you did have.
And of course, the City of Bristol offer a lot of popular opportunities and courses. What's popular at the moment? What are people in the area really turning their hand to?
It's interesting that across the board, people want short, sharp courses, and working with the job centres and DWP, again, they want us to get people into work as quickly as possible. Probably the biggest demand at the moment is for ESOL. So we have a lot of Ukrainian and Afghan refugees, and we've got some very, very skilled people in the city who just need that English support to get into work. Obviously, there's jobs across construction, so CSCS card is a popular route into work, so they can work on a construction site. And the big push at the moment is to support over 50s back into employment, because there are a lot of over 50 people who left employment during COVID, and unfortunately with interest rates rising, people are looking to get back into work. So it's supporting them back into the workplace is a big popular push at the moment.
And there's a lot of factors that go into the reason why people might want to reach out and get advice and support. For those who are looking to kind of upskill or reskill or reconsider a new career, what advice would you give them?
I would certainly start off by talking to National Careers, understanding labour market information. Where are the jobs and what are the rates of pay? And what are the flexibilities within those careers, so that you're starting off along the journey into re-employment, knowing that there are jobs available, that there's a good rate of pay that meets your lifestyle, and there's those flexibilities. If you need flexibilities, certainly lone parents and people like that, have those conversations, because the National Careers are aware of the employers that are currently looking to take people on.
Amazing. Simon, from the City of Bristol College, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Pleasure to speak to you. Back to you, Ross, in the studio.
Thank you very much, Nathan. Thank you. And thank you to Simon there as well. That was absolutely fantastic. And what you said is so true. Sometimes we don't often realise what skills we have hidden away. Now, as we have heard today, the National Careers Service is available right across the Southwest and Oxfordshire, and they have been collaborating with local authorities to ensure the service is rolled out across as many communities as possible. We caught up with a couple of the local government partners to find out some of the work going on between them and the National Careers Service.
Hello, I am joined by Naomi Logan of West England's Combined Authority, who is Head of People and Skills and who have been working closely with the National Careers Service in the South West. So Naomi, can you tell us more about this West of England's Combined Authority's collaboration with the National Careers Service?
Yes, of course. The West of England Combined Authority works closely with the National Careers Service, both at strategic and operational level. Strategically, the National Careers Service is a key strategic stakeholder in forming our plans, so the regional employment and skills plan they've fed into and help us shape what we do going forward. Operationally, we link across to lots of different project activities, with the National Careers Service making referrals into WECA-funded programs such as Future Bright, which supports in-work progression, and we can make those cross-referrals back so that people get the advice and guidance, the right support and the right advice and guidance at a time they need.
That's really, really great. So how does the National Careers Service help to achieve inclusive growth within the communities?
Well, there's huge opportunity here. I mean, inclusive growth is something that the Combined Authority is completely committed to. There's a huge range of opportunities I've just outlined in the West of England. Yes. And the main thing that we want to do, and really we aspire to, is helping local people access those opportunities. That's the real key for us. So by supporting those furthest from the labour market, people who are just beginning that journey towards employment, as well as supporting people into work and with the wraparound support that's available, then we will get that inclusive growth. So, working and linking in. So it's really critical that the National Careers Service links to all of the range of provision that we've got in place, because there's lots of other support that's available as well in the region. And making that join up and one key access point and one point that people can engage with means that they can then be signposted by the National Careers Service, by the Combined Authority, or by any of our partners onto the next step. So that's, going to make a real impact into inclusive growth.
Brilliant. And finally, how does the National Careers Service support the Combined Authority's ambition for careers advice?
Well, we're absolutely committed to this. So one of the things that we're working on currently is to ensure that everyone, wherever they start off in the region and whatever point they are in their employment journey, have got access to clear advice and guidance, and they can access the support they need. So whether that's a young person just starting out in their career and wanting to understand what opportunity there is, what kind of skills do they need to have to access employment, right through a person's journey, up to retirement. So we have an absolute ambition to put that simplification in place, and the Combined Authority at the moment is working on a new service whereby we make that join up, because as I said, the landscape is so complicated wherever you are, whether it's in the West of England or anywhere, and it's very difficult for individuals to understand where do they start, and actually for other organisations who are supporting individuals to know how do they refer on. So once the support's come to an end, or if someone isn't eligible, how do you understand where to signpost that person onto? So we're building a mechanism for all age advice and guidance and support. And the National Careers Service is obviously one plank of that and a really important part.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Naomi, for joining me today. It's been wonderful to chat with you and learn all about what you do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. We are joined by Rosie Bates, who is the Skills and City Inclusivity Manager for Exeter City Council, and here to talk about the collaboration between Exeter City Council and the National Careers Service. So Rosie, can you start by telling us a little bit about your role at Exeter City Council and the type of work that you do?
Yes, of course. So my role here in Exeter is to focus on our skills strategy and all of the work that comes from that. So basically working with our business community, working with our amazing training providers and educators across the city to make sure that people in Exeter have the skills that they need for the jobs that are available now and in the future.
That sounds wonderful. That sounds like a really rewarding job. So Exeter Works is a hub in the centre of Exeter that helps people find work and access training and skills opportunities in the South West. Can you tell us a little bit more about the collaboration between Exeter City Council and the National Careers Service?
Yeah, of course. So Exeter Works really came out of the pandemic and was one of our recovery objectives to help and support all of those people that might have been affected as a consequence of lockdowns and may have lost jobs or thought that now as an opportunity to change what they were doing, look at retraining, reskilling. So we have an online resource, our website, that provides the whole range of signposting and useful information. But we do also have a hub here in the centre of Exeter that's been open for 18 months, where we work collaboratively with a number of partners who are able to provide support, advice and guidance to people coming with a whole range of different queries and questions about their futures. We're really lucky that we have had an excellent relationship with the National Careers Service for the whole time that the hub has been open, and we've had advisors that have worked from the hub and been able to provide that guidance that's so valuable and important. And by them being able to work from the hub, they've been able to make connections with all of the other different providers and services across the city. So we really have been able to work collaboratively with the National Careers Service for them to provide a holistic service to the people of Exeter.
Wonderful, that sounds amazing. So can anyone use your service? Is it open to employers and potential employees?
Yeah, absolutely. So we don't have any criteria around who can use the hub from a customer perspective. So it doesn't matter if somebody is employed, unemployed, a student, whatever their circumstances, the door is open for them to come in and ask for that advice and guidance, whatever their query might be. So, we have worked with people that have been unemployed for a period of time. We've worked with people that might have been recently made redundant or made a decision to leave their jobs. And we're working with people that are really looking for a new training and learning opportunity. And with that physical space that we have, we often have employers that come and run their recruitment days from the hub, and training providers that come and work from there to recruit people onto their training courses. So that gives that opportunity for everyone who uses the space to be collaborative, to understand what their different services are able to provide. That then allows for some really seamless handovers where customers really can benefit more from perhaps being engaged with a particular service. So it really does add to that whole sense of collaboration across the city, with everyone working to best support that person to ensure that they can achieve the best possible outcome for themselves.
No, that sounds wonderful. Thank you so much, Rosie, for joining me today. It was some great information that was popped in there. If you want to get any more information about this, you can phone up 0800 100 900, or you can visit nationalcareers.service.gov.uk.
Great stuff. Welcome back. We are still here live in Bristol with some lovely new people here on the sofa. I've got Sean Hewitt from National Careers Service, Alan Bell, also from the National Careers Service, and Nigel's back again as well. So great to have you gents here. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Great stuff. Sean, let's start with you. The Southwest includes many large rural areas. Can you tell us the kind of support people can expect from the National Careers Service with those kind of geographical places in mind?
Our specific geographical area is Somerset, and in parts, yes, it has got big towns in it, but also has rurality of customers that are way away from the large areas, so transport sometimes can be an issue with regards to getting to locations, but with our delivery partners that we've got extensive coverage across Somerset in itself, not just delivering within the larger towns but also within hubs within smaller towns. that maybe libraries or community centres in itself. So really the outreach of side of things from there, but also we do offer flexibility of appointments. It's not always a face-to-face session because the customer is unable to attend. We can offer digital if they're digitally competent. Which would be over the internet use of a computer via video calls and things. But we also offer telephone sessions as well to customers, so we can cover the bases with that time frame of an appointment with a specific amount of time, generally up to an hour with a customer, covering all of their needs. And needs it's a huge range. It's an open book at the end of the day that every customer is an individual at the end of the day. Their situation is very different from the first and the last customer that we speak to. So we cover all of those needs and identify what they do need from us at the National Careers Service, whether that be a career direction, whether that be training advice, or potentially it could be life skills. They may not hold the up-to-date qualifications that they want to go within a career, so we can offer them advice and guidance on training courses, colleges, local providers that will be able to provide those with those qualifications to move on to work, but also on that other side of mental health as well. Certainly, without dragging up the pandemic, it has isolated a huge amount of people. It has also identified people that are not digitally competent, not just from a computer perspective, but also from a mobile phone or smartphones, as everyone calls them nowadays. So actually trying to get them to understand the processes with those. Also offering digital skills competency courses, so helping them to understand the way that the world works and what the future with regards to the digital side of things is concerned. So it's very much a challenge, I must say, because of the rurality, and mental health certainly has been a huge offering, and wellness is what we're promoting with all of them, that the sky is the limit for everybody. There is a step-by-step process that we get to understand with our individual customers of this is where they want to go. Let's look at the process and a time frame for them to be able to achieve what they actually want to achieve in themselves, not just for themselves, for the family, and obviously going on further on from the future. So.
And I feel like local knowledge plays a big part of that as well, understanding your communities and the challenges that they have, and also finding the solutions for that as well.
Yes, working very closely with our delivery partners that are on the ground. All of our National Careers Service advisors speak at length with all of the providers to provide what we call labour market information to customers. Once again, that could either be training, that could be jobs, or it could be working with any kind of outreach provider to help and assist individuals.
Fantastic stuff. And Alan, we're hearing a lot today about how the National Careers Service really is for everybody. The support for all backgrounds and all walks of life. Ex-offenders included in that. You guys have been working with that community. Tell us a little bit about that work.
Okay, well, there are basically two types of ex-offenders that we deal with. There's those that have been released from a custodial sentence. They are generally the people that are furthest away from the workplace. And the other group is people that have been sentenced to community payback. Those are often people with jobs and employment, but are looking for constructive ways to work down their hours. So we can help both of those constituencies, basically.
Great stuff. And how important would you say it is to be able to guide and signpost customers to the relevant support available?
It's vital. It's absolutely vital, especially with people being released from a custodial sentence. Often they come from a chaotic world and they are probably going to go back to that. They may have had long periods of unemployment, and obviously having a criminal record hardly improves their employability. So often it's a matter of looking at a person's entire landscape and saying, okay, what is the best route we can find out of this place? So training for a job may be well down the line. We need to approach their issues with housing, with maybe drug and alcohol abuse, maybe with family reconciliation. All of these aspects impact on an individual's life. So we just try and take them by the hand and say, okay, what is it we can do with you? So for us as an organisation, it's incredibly important that we are completely up to date and aware of all the local services and how they operate, how to refer, and so on. So it's an integral part of basically what we do.
Yeah, I mean, everything I'm hearing today about the National Career Service is just fantastic, and it's really looking at people's individual situations. Work is obviously at the centre of that, but it's all those things around it.
Yes, you can't put people up for work if they're simply not prepared. And it's the other little things that come into this. It's about how they feel about themselves. Their confidence is often taken a complete bashing. People can come out of prison in quite a traumatized state, or they can come out not having a clue what the hell to do. So to have somebody there, because we can virtually, literally pick them up from the prison gate. We can say, come and see us. This is what we can do. We even give out clothing to help them, because sometimes they get released in nothing but their prison clothes, which isn't the best look. So yeah, it's about that kind of level of TLC. It's an integral part of what it is we do to prepare them, but always having the long-term view. The best way to rehabilitate people is to have them in sustainable work.
Great stuff. And Sean, coming back to you, thinking about opportunities in Somerset at the moment, what particular areas are you focusing on? What's available, and what areas are you looking to upskill?
There seems to be, all in the news as well with regards to health and social care. There are, I think it's possibly like a retirement county as North Somerset is. There is a huge amount of health and social care requirement within that. So again, we're working locally with providers to be able to help individuals get back into that type of sector. But also on the West Coast, obviously, there's the hospitality. You've got the sea. You've got Minehead, to mention one, which is a holiday park. So again, all across that coastline, there's the hospitality. Somewhat seasonal in some aspects, but again, it's employment through gaining skills whilst being employed, and then obviously sometimes it's easier to get another job with a job from that aspect. So Hinckley as well, construction sites, offering obviously assistance with getting into construction with a CSCS card. It's the first step in helping them identify that they are safe to work on a construction site, and it opens doors to. Initially, some people want to become a carpenter, but actually it's not about jumping straight into that job role. It's about working towards getting into that position. And obviously, Hinckley would be a good place to start.
Great stuff. Lots of opportunity in the Somerset area by the sounds of it.
Absolutely, loads, yes.
Alan, just coming back to you then, what would you say surprised you most about delivering the National Careers Service?
That's a good question. I think what surprises me the most is really the breadth of services available. I'm also continually surprised at where the National Career Service ends up appearing, if you know what I mean. They seem to be very proactive. They're at every job fair, every event in Bristol I've ever attended. The National Career Service has been there, and that has been a surprise. A pleasant one, obviously.
That visibility in the community is really important, isn't it?
I think it is. It's hard for people to identify. They're often referred to the service by another official body, and that doesn't necessarily prepare them to be in the best place for it. So I think the fact that the National Career Service puts itself out there as an independent body, familiarise people with the service. Yeah, it's all good, basically. All good.
Great stuff. Nigel, anything you want to add?
No, I'm just really pleased that both Sean, as they've been able to come along and talk a little bit more in depth about National Career Service offer. Somerset is, thriving at the moment. There are lots of opportunities. I talked earlier about, clean aviation, and that's something that's going to be certainly happening in Somerset over the next few years. So, no, it's been great to listen to what you've had to say. Thank you.
Sean, Alan, Nigel, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Back to you, Ross, in the studio.
Thank you very much, Nathan. Thank you, and to all your guests there as well. So much information and advice from your guests and all the amazing people that you've met in Bristol today. Nathan, as we sort of come to near the end of our show, I'd love to get your thoughts on how it's all gone up there today. Oh, I think we might have lost Nathan for a second, but he's coming back. He's coming back. Nathan, what are your thoughts on the show today?
I think. Sorry, I was just to say we're having a lovely time up here, having a nice chat. Well, I think for me, what Because for me personally, National Career Service is quite a new service. We're beginning to really see and understand who it can help, where it operates, what they can do. And as always, when we go out on these outside broadcasts, we get to meet people. There's so much wealth and knowledge and passion, really, to deliver something like this. And for us, it's all about making sure that people have got every opportunity to reach out and see if the support is right for them. It can help in so many different ways. It's not just about getting a CV written and trying to get yourself out there. As we've heard, it's about supporting people literally from the centre of what they need. And one of my guests said earlier, it's not just about getting people into work, it's about getting people ready for work as well. And that can be confidence building, that can be volunteering in different places to have access to new careers and opportunities, to see if stuff's right for you, getting back into education, helping you with your housing, helping with your family support. There's so much available. So I love the National Career Service already. And Ross, I mean, how about you? What's your takeaway been from today?
Yeah, I agree. I think I've definitely learnt something from today. You hear of the National Careers Service, don't you? And I never realised as such that it's not just supporting people who are maybe out of work. It's almost providing that career progression as well, of when you're in employment and you're looking to take the next step. Or sometimes you do just need that person to speak to, don't you? Where someone to remind you, actually, I do have more skills. We don't often big ourselves up, do we? And you need that little reminder that actually I am more than capable of taking that next step.
And I think also for me, what's really surprised me today is that there's support available for people who might already be in work. If you're already employed, but you're thinking, actually, I don't enjoy this. I want to be challenged. I want to look at my options and how I can be supported to change career. That could be really scary as a grown-up, as an adult. Like when I think back to the last time I had career advice, it was when I was 14 in secondary school. Where do you do that? Where do you go when you're in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s? And it might be that, as again, one of my guests said earlier, that your industry has changed. It might be that you face redundancy. So again, it's just an example that National Career Service really is for everybody. There's so much support out there available nationwide. So if you're interested, if you've got questions, get in touch, reach out.
Absolutely. And it was great, like seeing, especially your first interview today with Martin, to see him now thriving in this new job role. And there's this emphasis, isn't there, on helping people of all walks of life, regardless of where you're from or your abilities or your health, disabilities. Martin, we talked in particular about the over 50s, especially it's been a tough few years, and just having that support out there to help you have a more stable financial, that security in life is really important. So yeah, it must have been nice for you, Nath, to meet these people today.
Yeah, it's been really lovely, and like I say, I really hope people watching at home, on your phones, wherever you are, hopefully this has inspired you to reach out and get some support. This is not the last you've heard of National Career Service. This is only the first. We're going to be talking about a lot at the moment to really help as many people as they can benefit from this. So a big thank you to all my guests up here in Bristol today, and Ross, sending it back to you really to kind of wrap up the show. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Nathan. A big thank you to you and the team over there. And we just want to say a big thank you to everyone, really, who has contributed today. We hope that you do feel enlightened about all the amazing support that is available through the National Careers Service and their staff, who have so much experience and knowledge of the opportunities in your area. Whether that's you're looking for work, or you're thinking of a career change, looking to upskill or retrain, there is such a breadth of support and services available to people, and I think we've seen that today with the passion from the staff. I'm going to have a little read now through some of the comments that have been coming in from you guys. Yeah, we've got some comments coming in. So you guys have been commenting throughout our socials and YouTube. So this is one of the first comments that come in. The question says, are you still running the monthly online webinars around different employability themes? And if so, where can I find the details of these, please? So the answer for you for that question is yes. we are. All you need to do is go to the National Careers Service Southwest and Oxfordshire Facebook page, and you will find all the information on there. There's advice and webinars, and the next one will be advising on seasonal jobs. Another question that has come in from one of our viewers today says, can you tell me if there is an office in Manchester? And the answer is yes. Absolutely. The National Careers Service covers the entire country. All you need to do is call 0800 100 900 or visit the National Careers Service website, and they will be able to make you an appointment in your local office. So those are just a few of the comments that have come in today. So thank you very much for those. And we hope that you have enjoyed today's show, and we would love to hear from you about what you have seen today. So we actually have some questions which we would like to ask you. So to take part in these questions, all you need to do is scan the QR code on the screen with your mobile, or you can go to slido.com and enter the event code 9389. That's 9389 on slido.com. You will then see 3 questions on there, and it'll be really great to get your feedback today. So please do leave your comments. I'm going to read those 3 questions out for you now. These are the questions on the Slido poll. So question number 1 is, has your understanding of the National Careers Service improved? There's a simple yes or no poll that we would like you to answer with that. Question number 2 is, what did you learn about the support you can get? So this is a great opportunity for you to give some feedback about what you learn about the support that's out there available. And our final question for you today is, would you like to chat to us further about working in partnership? And that is, would you like to chat to us further about working with us in partnership? And as you can see, we've shared all the contact details and everything that you need to know to contact the National Careers Service. I really hope you found today's broadcast helpful and enlightening. It's certainly been great to see all the amazing guests and the staff within the service. But yeah, that's basically it from us today. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to give you a nice little wave goodbye now, and I guess we will see you next time. Take care.